Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining me. It is Steve here and Chef BeLive. We are rocking it today. This is the original rock star. And back when I was doing hamburgers and hot dogs, this boy was way on his way in the raw world. So honored for you to be here today.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yes, so good.
So excited. This is cool that you're doing this now.
So good.
You're all loving it. Looking forward to some good stuff, eh? Yeah.
So what are we making today?
Well, you know what?
Yes.
I decided to do a wild rice dish for you.
Yes.
Similar to the Spanish rice, actually similar to the Spanish rice dish in my book, Going, Gone Raw.
Yes.
So we're we're not going to do a measurement thing. We're going to do an improv flow.
We're going to feel it.
Exactly.
All right.
So yeah, I don't know, you want me to just get started?
Yeah, let's just start going, and as we're going, and at the end of the video, I'm going to ask how people could get in contact with you and your book and website and so forth. So,
thank you.
Yes.
So, basically, the wild rice, this is sprouted wild rice. Gosh, I shouldn't even say sprouted. That's what we all say in the raw food world. The fact is it's soaked and it's bloomed. What I did is I put the rice into... Hey, kitty, kitty.
This is Light. Some of you already know Light. Light wants to be a part of this.
So I put it in an S-blade,
yes,
into a food processor, and I just scored it. I just let it go for about a minute.
Okay.
And what it did is it made little marks along the sides and edges of the rice. It didn't destroy it. It didn't break it down. Didn't pulverize it. But it did score it, and so then once I soaked it with water, it was able to puff up and really absorb the water.
Nice.
And it made it a lot more digestible by doing that.
Nice.
Because actually the rice does not sprout. So this is the closest, but it is raw, and it is digestible, and it is really good for you.
Nice.
So that's the base of the whole recipe.
We can get our rice on now. There's ways to get rice on and still be raw. So
absolutely.
Awesome. More culinary.
There's even ways to
yes.
mock rice. If you're not going for the wild rice, you know, like jicama and food processing. There's all kinds of ways to do cool things in the raw food world.
Nice.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sauce. Add it.
Yeah.
Add some avocados, some raspberries.
Nice.
And then feed your lovely brother.
Awesome. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that green and look at that red. I mean.
Yeah. I always love the vibrant colors.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So I'll just go ahead and get started with the sauce here.
All right. Let's sauce it up.
This is a truly raw cashew and a pumpkin seed based sauce.
Nice.
So I'm going to put the cashews in.
Ooh.
Yeehaw. And go ahead and throw the pumpkin seeds in.
Nice.
Might use this little spatula to get all of them out. Yeah.
So good. I get to meet so many awesome people in the raw world, and Chef BeLive, aka Brian Lucas, is definitely one of them. He's already taught me so much about how to make food. I'm like, you guys know me as the pure energy chef. I'm so new at this.
He's come a long way too. He's really impressed me. It's really cool. I see him absorbing from many people, not just me.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's really awesome to watch him as well.
Should we call this show The Rookie and the Veteran?
I'm always a rookie. I always like to be in the vibration that everything is new. I'm always creating. I'm always making it up, and I'm always learning. So when I'm doing something, almost always it's always new. Yeah. So I always put myself in the rookie virgin mode. You know, it's all new. And just keep continuing to create.
Now, I don't mean to come on to you or anything like that, but I just got to tell you guys, I'm like up close and personal, this guy's eyes are so freaking beautiful. Oh my God. And if you guys know me, I'm straight as a string, but I do recognize beauty in men, women, or anybody. Those eyes are just like,
only a reflection of your beauty, brother.
Okay, don't get me started. Those are crying words. We're trying to be happy in this video. This is like, that's like gratitude cry words he just said.
I know, I feel it. I feel it. Thank you.
You got it.
So we're going to put some Roma tomato in.
Nice.
We're going to put a little water. This will help it liquefy.
Nice.
Just add a little bit. Might need to add a little more. Put some fresh red onions in.
Love and Light are over there totally playing like it's
they're wrestling.
Match. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love cats.
Yes. That's purr energy, baby.
Hey, when you say raw, isn't it, right? There's an R in between maybe, but... I always spell roar, W-R-A-W-R-R-R-R-R.
Ah,
I think he probably sees it in the text sometime.
Yeah.
So we put a little bit of red bell pepper in.
Yep. Nice.
I'll put some fresh garlic. Just throw a clove in, just one clove in.
Yummy.
Bam. You know, it's cool because the Vitamix blenders, they're so powerful you can just throw whole pieces of garlic in.
Yeah.
You don't have to mince it up or anything.
Nice.
So I'm going to put a little, these are some lemon granules, some dried lemons that have been granulized.
Ooh.
Put some, this is some sea salt. I was going to say pink salt, but then I realized it was sea salt as I looked at it.
Yeah.
This is some onion granules. I like to put different, like I put, as you saw, I put fresh onions, and I'm putting a little dried onions. It helps with the flavor profile. They enhance each other.
Wow.
It's really quite fun.
That's like next level, like thickening it up and saying, we're going to get you from this side and this side.
Totally.
Nice. So
Now
good.
put a little bit of chipotle. Now, if we're considering 100% raw recipes, this isn't because I'm using dried spices.
Yeah.
For one. I mean, dried spices you can't really count on unless you're actually dehydrating the spices yourself. You can't really count on them being under 118 degrees. Although we're putting a very small amount in, so I think the percentage of the recipe is still like high raw.
Yes.
So that was a little black pepper.
Yeah.
We put a little white pepper. This is kind of a similar thing to the flavor profile thing I was mentioning a minute ago.
Yeah.
They just kind of play with each other.
Yeah.
You know, you could use one or the other. They're both amazing.
Yeah.
You use them together, they're totally different flavor.
Yeah.
So
and I want to tell you guys too, like when I first started in this raw world, it was like, I gotta be 100% raw.
Totally.
And I have to be 100% perfect. And you guys know some of my story. I didn't like myself too much. And so if I was 100% perfect, it could erase that.
Yeah.
And so now I have become more and more liking myself to the point of falling in love with me. And now it's like the perfectionism is kind of, so if I'm not 100% raw, kill me.
It's really so about just being.
Just being.
Finding that balance.
Yeah.
That's what I've discovered. I mean, I went through my years. I mean, I've been involved with this for 16 years now, and I went through like, you know, years of being like, even during those times I wasn't like really preaching the 100% thing, but I still got into that, what I would consider light supremacist type thing, where I feel like, and when I'm watching someone eating a hamburger and I'm feeling bad for them, and recently I came to the realization that, you know, that was a judgment I was having on these people.
Right.
And then I was really just judging myself.
Yes.
And so I had to look at it like that and be like, okay, let's step out of this light supremacist style of vibration.
Yeah.
And just be me.
Right.
Whether I'm like 100% this or that, you know, as long as I find that balance, then that's the perfect place to be. I think that's one thing that's really been cool in the whole raw food movement at this point, is a lot of the people who are really adamant about preaching, I will say preaching instead of teaching, 100% raw food, cooked food is poison, you're going to die if you don't eat raw food.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that almost all of them, at least the ones I could think of, have come off that and found like that's really not the style and way to really honor themselves and really help others.
Yes.
So
yes.
We're all growing together. It's quite cool.
So awesome.
Yay.
Yay.
So I'm just going to blend this. You know what? I'm just going to be creative. And like I said, it's an improv style.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to throw some red raspberries in here too.
Wow, look at that. Nice.
Yeah. Hey, why not? Put a little avocado in too.
What do you say?
That way the rice will have avocado and raspberries, plus the sauce will have a little bit of avocado and raspberries, which will also help play with the combining the flavors. It's really quite cool. So yeah, let's see if we need more water.
Yeah.
I don't think we will, but we shall see quite soon. Woo! Is it on? Oh no.
Oh yeah, so one of the important things in using a blender is it's very good to plug it in.
Yeah.
And to have it plugged in. So, let's see here. Is it
is this plugged in though?
Aha. There we go.
It was plugged into the extension part, but the extension part wasn't plugged into the wall.
So the whole like no plugging in the blender, do not try that at home.
No. I like to start out slow. I'm going to use the plunger, camber, whatever you want to call it, push it down, so it starts chopping it up, you know, starts getting processed. I can already see the colors in there getting really, really beautiful. See them combining together?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so good.
I think I put enough water.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see, I'll start turning it up so it really starts breaking it up and processing it more.
Woo! Pull it on, baby! Pull it on! Woo! If you see me looking around, it's because Love and Light are like totally having this total chase fest, and they're like fully on energy at 10:30, and this is usually 10:30 a.m. and this is usually nap time for them. So who knows? Maybe Chef BeLive came over and they're just like, "Woo, live chef, woo!" They were already in his nuts. I mean his cashews. They were all trying to get his cashews.
Cool cats in my nuts. So I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
A good flavor profiler will actually try it before they serve it. Because I still want to put some stuff in.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put that extra little bit of salt that was in there.
Yeah.
I'll put the. This is, you know what? I'm just going to put all of this.
And haven't you been able to find out or discover?
It means that I put the right amount in the first place.
Right. Haven't you found that like when things are like a little off, because you've done it for so long, you're like, oh, this needs this much salt, this needs this much of that, and you just like kind of know. And that's what I tell you guys, the more we practice in the kitchen, the more we're going to just like have that knowing and intuition.
Yeah. You just don't want to be afraid of following that intuition. Because that's where creativity comes from, and that's where you'll be inspired by, and that's where you'll create all kinds of amazing things. Yeah. Just don't have the fear and just go into it.
Yes.
And then at that point, I'll also be a little, be a little aware of how much you're putting in, because if you do put too much of one thing or another, then it'll be more of a challenge to balance it out.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put a little less of something, putting more in is easier.
Thank you. That's the great tip right there.
Totally.
Thank you.
Finish this up. Try to get the
It's interesting too, because if you saw when he started blending it, it blended really well with less water, and then it got really like too thick, and then he added more water, and it's like the items that you have in there absorb the water, and that's how, and we absorb water, and so I love the fact raw foods absorbs water, and we get so much hydration. Yes.
Yay, hydration! So now I'm just going to add the sauce to the rice.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
And then we're going to add the avocado.
Oh my gosh. This looks so good. The colors, the textures. That's the thing, is like Chef BeLive is really good at making different textures. Like, you guys know me, and I'm really big on like smoothies and like one smooth, and I'm really good at that, and I'm starting to learn how to get this texture and then that, and thanks to guys like you, it makes it really easy, and books like yours that we'll talk about in a second.
Cool,
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah.
So we'll throw the raspberries in. So pretty. I had to do it slow and sensually. So now I'll just go ahead and mix it up. You know what? I'm going to save one, two of those to put on the top.
Nice.
Because it'll be pretty.
Nice. Oh, that looks so good.
It's making me hungry smelling it.
Me too.
I wasn't hungry at first. Thank God for Steve's juicing. I show up and his homie has a juice in his hand for me. I'm like,
nice.
Yay.
Juice.
I didn't have time to juice today, so I'm like, woohoo!
Juice. Yeah, and speaking of juice, Rockin' Juice is opening soon. And one of the things I wanted to do is have guest chef items.
Nice.
And so like Chef BeLive, his such and such for this week or this month. And like last week we had Koya Webb, and like her, and then there's so many awesome chefs out there. And the more we get, we just there's this abundance of culinary artistry.
That's a smart idea. I love that idea.
Yeah.
So so
oh my God.
As you can see.
Oh yeah, they can see that. Look at that. Look at that.
I really want you to try it, Steve.
Oh my God. Yes.
Can you try it on camera?
Yes. Okay.
Oh yeah, get some raspberry in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Woo. See, this is like cooked food that's raw.
You could throw it into the dehydrator. If you throw it in the dehydrator, you lay it out like about 1.5 inches, and then you want to like put it on about 110 degrees, and then for about 3-4 hours, and every like 20-30 minutes, this is something you have to be aware of, because if you don't, it'll dry out the rice on the top. But you scoop it and flip it over, so it's constantly, you're overturning it. So it's getting warm from the inside. And I served it to some people last night, and they couldn't believe it wasn't. I mean, it already is like, you can't believe it's not raw. But when it's heated up, they just think they're eating some cooked rice. So it's cool.
So good. So good. So this recipe is in your book, and tell us about your book and how people could get a hold of you.
There's a similar recipe in my book.
Okay.
Spanish rice recipe. There's a few rice recipes in my book. It's called Going Gone Raw, and you can get it on Amazon. That's actually the best way to get it, is going onto Amazon and Google Amazon Going Gone Raw. It's a really good price on there. So I mean, it's like less expensive than what I can sell it for when I'm doing demos and stuff. So I mean, it's a really cool book because it has a chart in the back that if you want to do raw for 1 week or even up to 4 weeks. It has this chart, and it basically correlates with all the recipes in the book, and you can it shows all the soaking, all the pre-prep, how much of the ingredients you need to buy. Makes it quite cool. And
nice.
It's really cool.
There's no guessing anymore. He took all the guessing away from you, but with his hard work of years and years, and then you get to just have it in a book.
Well, I mean, part of it was me, and part of it was the mathematician.
Okay, all right, there it is. There it is. And so great, and Facebook, I know you're really active on. And,
I'm on Facebook, Chef BeLive, CHEF, like a chef, right? Chef. BeLive, BeLive.
Yeah.
So if you just Google that, you'll find me, Chefy, and I'm kind of like all over Facebook. So if you just search it, you'll find me.
Yes.
And then I have Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chef BeLive Light, Light.
Okay.
My website has just recently been redone, so that's really cool. So check that out if you'd like.
What's that address?
That is www.chefbelive.com.
How awesome is that? And look at his like uniform. He's like the coolest uniform. He's got this getup. I've always seen him with this man purse like biker do. And look at these pants. Pull up your leg for a second. Look at those jeans. How epic are those? I got my orange going, and this guy's really colorful. So awesome.
They live in colors,
It's so good. I'm so grateful for you to be in here and to be a friend of mine and to teach me this. And I know I want to dance this out a little bit.
He's taught me so much too. So.
Oh.
Seriously.
Yes. Yes. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Pure energy, baby. Until the next time, you are awesome, and we love you.